Alright, hello everybody. How are we doing today? Sorry, incoming computer sound. That was my computer, not yours. There you go. Good morning, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. How is everybody? Hopefully warm. It's chilly for a lot of us in the northern hemisphere today. So, because I haven't finished my January schedule, still, I just haven't had time, we're gonna be just drawing warm things today. It seemed appropriate, so this is kind of a loosey-goosey sort of a theme. So you kind of get to pick your own, but we have a theme, like a general theme to guide you if you need some ideas. This could be anything from like a candle to warm food to warm clothing, warm colors. I mean, you can kind of interpret it however you want. And as always, if you'd rather just draw something else, as long as it's a study from reference, I'll still show it off at the end of the stream. It doesn't have to be anything to do with warm anything. But I just thought this would be fun. So here we go. I'm gonna draw some warm stuff. If anyone's never been here before, or if you don't really know how you got here, welcome to the art gym. Art gym is what we've been calling it. The idea is that just like you need an accountability partner to go to the gym sometimes, a lot of us artists or artists in training need accountability to actually do studies. So this is consider this your accountability session, your study hour, whatever you'd like, depending on where you are when you're watching this, or what time it is when you're watching this, or a variety of factors. Just draw for as long as you can. That's kind of the challenge, is to start the day off with about 30 minutes of drawing is usually my goal. But 15 minutes, even if you're just on your lunch break, grab a napkin, grab, if you have a little sketchbook you take with you, grab that, look around you, draw something you see. There's always something you could be drawing. The whole idea is to not draw from imagination, but to actually do something that's going to skill build, that's going to practice, like to help you grow. So whether it's a master copy or drawing like a person sitting next to you, or your cat, your hand, the idea is to get to the habit of a daily drawing practice. So here we go. This is mostly for me so that I can actually, oh my gosh, sloppy salamander, 12 months, 12 months, sloppy. It's been a whole year. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the sub. And for the 12 months of support. That's really, that's crazy. That reminds me that it's gonna be a whole year, an actual whole year. We actually have the anniversary of the art gym coming up. I was looking up at my VODs this weekend. I was uploading a bunch of VODs to my YouTube channel. And the first art gym, we didn't call it the art gym then, but the first warm-up study session stream that I did was January 15th of last year, so that's coming up next Wednesday, so I guess I better plan something, I don't know. Oh, I think my camera just glitched. Was that just on my end, or was that you guys? Either way, thank you, Sloppy, for being here for pretty much the whole time. That's wild. Thank you so much. Hey, Toilet After Dark, how you doing? Hey, Dream Sage, how's it going? Okay, let me get to where I can actually see stuff. Let's see. Okay, I think I have all my setup stuff done. Can you pick what I'm studying today? I'm getting choice paralysis. Well, if it helps, I'm gonna start with a candle. So if you want to pick a candle, that's what I'm gonna start with. If anyone needs references, there are references up at the top of the chat. If you just click that link, it'll take you to my Pinterest board. You don't have to, my understanding anyways, that you don't have to have a Pinterest account to look at Pinterest. Let me know if that's not true, but that's what I've been told. So, but I have all kinds of stuff in here. I've got like, in the nature section, there's like volcanoes and fire. There's all sorts of things. I have the hiccups, hold on. Let me see if I can get rid of those. Okay, where do I have my candles? I need to figure out a better way to organize some stuff. I really want to do a candle. I've been trying to burn through, literally, a bunch of my candles this last week, so I just have a bunch sitting around that people have given me over the years. I'm definitely in like clear out and minimal, like pare down mode. Like I just want to get all the stuff I'm not regularly using out of my house. So I'm feeling like a candle. You know what? Maybe I'll light a candle and I'll draw that. since I can't find an object. You know what? I think I am gonna do that, you guys. I am gonna do that. If anybody wants to draw a candle though, there are some candle objects pinned in my object page. Let me pin a couple of extra. But yeah, find something that you'd like to draw and draw it. Let me save this in the objects folder so we can find it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna draw from observation today. So I'm gonna go get my candle, light it, put it right next to my computer here because that's super safe, right? I'll be right back. Sorry, not as prepared as I thought I was. I've also got a Christmas tree sitting here next to me. Maybe I'll draw the light bulbs on the Christmas tree. I don't know. I just, I want to draw from observation. I need to be doing more observational studies today. You're cooking lunch and you came to doodle. Well, nice, nice. One sec, guys. Okay. Let's light a candle. Would you light my candle? All right. Hey, Chunkers, how you doing? Yeah, you can make a hot cup of cocoa. Here's my little lighting the candle flame here. I'm gonna draw this candle. It does have a label on one side, but I'm gonna draw the side without a label. So I'm gonna draw this side of it. It's got some nice glow to it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's probably a little weird looking with the lighting, but yeah. Sit that right across to me, and I think I'll draw that. All right, let me scroll up and say hello to everybody. One sec, and then we will get started. Okay, make sure my phone is turned off. Oh, I've got so much to do today, folks. This might be a quick session today. I really want to get a ton of things off my to-do list today. I'm feeling super motivated because I feel like last week was just like recovery from the holidays. Is this cold enough to put in trash? Yes. Okay. Making sure I'm not lighting my house on fire. All right. Let's scroll up and say hello. Yeah, enjoy, Dream, enjoy. Okay. Hello, Paleontologist VA. How are you? Thanks for being here. Outernet, howdy, howdy. Thank you so much for those bits. As always, very generous of you. You do not have to do that, but I super appreciate them. For anyone who didn't notice, so I haven't made an official announcement about this yet, but guys, once I get my printer set up, hopefully this week, I've been thinking a lot about it for the past year, and something like another tool I want to add to my arsenal, I think this year sometime, is a die cut machine. And I've been doing lots of research, and everything keeps pointing me to the Brothers Scan and Cut, so I think that's the one I've got on my radar. We'll talk more about that this afternoon, though. But anyway, all that to say, those bits are going to go in little pennies in the fun jar for that. Silvo, hello, thank you for always being here and lurking. I really appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. Vessel of Void, howdy, how are you? It's an honor to have you. Hope you're doing well. Let me scroll down. You did do something out of net. Yeah, and there's a reference board at the top of chat if anyone needs that. Amaze, hello, how are you? Thanks for being here as always. And Rue, howdy, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hope your stream went well. I wasn't able to tune in last night, sorry, but hope it's going well. You got your first snow 2 days ago. Great. We haven't had any so far this. Well, we had like a dusting of snow the other night, but not really. And of course, once again, thank you, Sloppy Salamander. I super appreciate you, and thanks for being here. Tad, how you doing? I like your little dancing Santa. Those are cute. I like those. Hope you're doing well. Dream Sage, good to have you here. Yeah, we'll do another draw pile sometime, Paleo. Scrolling, trying to find a name I haven't seen yet. Chunkers, I think I said hi, but hi again, just in case. Hope you're doing all right. Trash Panda the Caring. Oh my gosh, those emote combinations. How are you doing, Panda? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for throwing those creepy shibby eyes in here. You want snow? I know, me too, Chunkers. I just want a little, you know, like I want an adequate amount of snow without just like horrifically impairing my ability to do things. I have a ton of errands I want to run today because we are supposed to potentially get snow tomorrow. So I don't think it'll be heavy enough for me to be snowed in, but just in case I need to get some errands done in between streams. So without further ado, let's get started. So for anybody who hasn't been here before, I always try to say, you know, if this is your first time, or if you're new to drawing, or if drawing is like a skill set that you want to build this year and you're just here to get some inspiration to jump into it, my challenge to you is, as you draw from observation, remember that's kind of the main purpose of this, is to do some kind of study or like tutorial work, or just something that's going to skill build. Not necessarily a time to do just, I mean, if you want to use it as accountability for imaginative drawing, go right ahead, seriously. But if you want to be a part of like the show and tell piece at the end of stream, the only pieces I show off are things done with the intent of study. And the reason I do this is not to be exclusive, it's to encourage people to do the hard work, the heavy lifting, if you will, the workout of skill building in art, which is drawing from observation, doing studies, practicing, doing the stuff that's quote-unquote boring or not as much fun. It's just an opportunity for us to all struggle together, basically, and keep each other accountable. So I'm going to be looking, like I said, for anyone who missed it, I've got a little candle here that I'm going to be drawing from. It's just like a very simple, like amber-colored glass with some just white candle wax. So it's a very basic little candle. It does have a label on the back. I'm not going to draw that. I'm just going to draw, you know, what I see. But anyway, draw what you see, not what you think you see, right? That's a common phrase that you'll hear when people talk about doing studies. A good way to kind of know if you're drawing what you see versus what you think you see is, how much are you looking at your paper and how much are you looking at the thing you're supposed to be drawing. So my challenge to you is, try to look at the thing you're drawing more than your paper, whether that's a flat image that you're drawing from reference or a physical object around you. Try to look at whatever it is more than your paper, and that's going to help you actually train your observation eye to draw what you're actually seeing. And over time, the more you draw from observation, the more you're going to build up that creative bank account, right? That visual library that you can draw from, literally, to make imaginative work. So you have to ask yourself questions. I'm looking at this candle going, okay, where do I see reflection? Why do I think I see reflection there? How thick or thin are these reflections? What's causing them? How is the flame moving? You know, this is a moving object, so that'll be interesting to kind of sketch or paint something that's flickering a little bit. But just observing things closely over time is how you become a better artist. So without further ado, I'm gonna get started. Like I said, feel free to set a timer if that helps you. And then at the end of the stream, I'm really trying hard. I really need to rein in these time slots, I think, today. So we're gonna say around 11:30, so about an hour from now is when we will do the show and tell piece. And again, if you want to draw something else, go right ahead. Do not feel like you have to draw what I'm drawing. That's just like an idea for you. The Welsh Tom Jones. Yeah, I can see that actually, out of net. Or about out of net, yeah. It's cold and snowing. Oh gosh, yeah, it's cold for a lot of people. That's kind of why I decided to do this theme. Also because I haven't made the calendar for January yet. It's one of the many things on my to-do list today. Oh, hiccups. Oh, thanks for listening in, Chunkers. Honestly, I'm honored. I'm honored. Alright, I need to find a better place to put this, actually, because this is not gonna work. Oh, sorry. Really painful hiccups. Alright, hopefully I can get rid of them. I just need to, like, take a few deep breaths, maybe. Okay, let's move my candle actually over here so I can see it right next to where I'm drawing. That'll be a lot easier. I think the candle smells good. One of the plant... My roommate's really into plants, so there's a lot of little plant gnats flying around. I think it likes the smell of the candle, or the smell of something over here. Maybe the coffee I had for breakfast. You wish you could trade for the weather? Yeah, I mean, the weather is not super warm here. It's pretty cold. I don't know if you'd want to trade. But for anyone who is getting snow, hopefully you enjoy it. And if not, I hope it passes for you soon. Alright, let's do this angle. Oh, actually, I think I'm gonna turn it. So my candle actually has a chip in it. It's got like a crack in the glass. I don't know if you guys can see it. but there's a crack right up there. I actually got it for free from a gift store because they had a bunch of broken merchandise and they were just gonna throw it out. And I was like, oh, this has a crack in it. I'll take it. So anyway, I'm gonna try and get the light to reflect in an interesting way on that chip in the glass, and then hopefully that'll make it like a little easier to maybe see in the drawing. Right, maybe right there. Okay, let's try. Let's see what I can do here. This has got a lot of dust on it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Hey Charlie's Dragon, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Alright. Art notwithstanding, I have permanently changed your music taste? No way! That's all I hope for the better. I'm not sure how to take that. My music taste is all over. Honestly, this playlist here at the apartment is very limited. I apologize. One of the things on like lower on my to-do list is to refresh my music roster. I haven't had time, unfortunately. There's a Korean Tom Jones? wait, what? What are you guys talking about? Alright, let's draw first, actually. I was gonna jump right into paint, but let's, shoot, I don't know where to put this. Let's put it right here. So sometimes setting a timer can help if you're feeling a little intimidated by your object, like I am. Setting a timer just kind of forces you to make decisions and not waffle too much. So if you find that you're kind of struggling with getting started, honestly, just set a timer. And then that way it kind of relieves some of the responsibility too, where it's like, oh, I didn't finish because of the timer, right? Hold on, something is wrong with my Krita. What's happening? There we go. Okay. Alright, let's see. I actually don't want to use the line tool for this. I want to use this tool. Gonna draw a volcano. Nice, nice. That's pretty warm. Alright, this fly is bothering me, guys. I think this candle smells like vanilla, so the little plant fly is like, ooh, there's a food over here. It's not a food. It's not a food fly. Go away. Oh yeah, I'm like struggling hardcore. I almost want to do this with a sketchbook. I feel like that'd be easier than doing it on... Let me turn things a bit. Hopefully this will help. We're off to a rough start, guys. Remember, the whole point of this is we're trying to get the bad drawings out, so, you know, just don't judge me too harshly when I'm drawing poorly here. That's the whole idea, is to get all the rough stuff out of the way. Do some observational sketches. Alright, I think my circle is wrong. I think that's why I'm struggling. Let's start over. Let's start over. See? Everybody struggles. If you're intimidated by your struggles, don't worry. I'm struggling too. In fact, I'm going to emphasize this right here. We're here to get the bad drawings out, folks. I have my little coffee cup saying it today. This nice brown colored bottle. Yeah, this is already, I can tell it's good for my brain because I'm just because it's a three-dimensional object, I have to think differently about it than I do when I'm working from a flat reference. So I have to think about dimension a lot more. I have to think about how to flatten something that's already three-dimensional. and turn that into something that looks three-dimensional but is actually two-dimensional. So again, if you haven't done a lot of observational study from actual objects, highly recommend. It's a very good practice to get into. Even though it's very annoying and I understand why people don't do it, I certainly haven't made a habit of doing it, which is why I'm here. Trying to make it a habit. One of these days, if I ever forget how to do like an actual IRL setup, I'd love to take you guys to a coffee shop or a bookstore, or just go outside, just like sit outside and do some observational sketching with everybody. So if anybody knows how to do that, outside of having an extremely expensive like Starlink setup, let me know. I'm definitely interested in doing some art field trips eventually on stream. I think that'd be fun. Okay, so getting the like faded like through the glass sort of effect will be interesting. I'm not sure how to accomplish that. We'll think about it as we go. Sometimes when you're drawing you forget dimension. You forget dimension to get the bad. Oh my gosh, Chris. How you doing, Chris Wright? Also, Chris, is this your first cheesing of the new year? Because, sir, you're about to get cheesed. Hold on, I have to stop everything and throw some cheese at Chris. How dare. How are you doing? Could go for a hike with your phone? We could, but I can't like do all the stream setup stuff, I don't think, from my phone. Or maybe I can, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I think the problem with that though is the Wi-Fi signal, or like the signal is not very strong in the mountains. So I'd be worried about dropping signal a lot and like pinging people multiple times on the Discord, which is always my fear. Like I don't want to be obnoxious with my pings. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I bet I would be able to like maybe sit outside on the porch or something. Maybe we could start small and I could just go maybe in the summer, like set up an easel. Ooh, oh, thank you. Or Origami. I love your name. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome on in. We're just chatting while we do some warm-up studies today. Thanks for joining. But yeah, maybe we could sit out this summer or something and do some studies from, like, I know I kind of live and work by mountains, but there's a lot of animals on the property too, so I always thought it'd be kind of fun to do like an animal study. I just set up my camera where you guys could see, and then I'd just have to like show you, like you'd just see the animals, you wouldn't see me sketching maybe. I don't know, I'll have to think about how to do that. I've seen Badly do that before. Maybe I could like go watch one of his plein air VODs and then try to do something like that. Yeah, I know. No, it's a good suggestion, Outnet. I'm just trying to like, I'm a verbal processor, so I'm trying to just process out loud, like how would I do that? And because I would still want it to be a sketching stream, but I would also still want to be able to interact with you guys. Like the few times I've done an IRL stream, like with my phone, it's really hard to see chat. And somebody told me that you can get like a phone OBS, like an OBS app. I don't know how to integrate that, but I should probably look into it. Maybe that would be an option then. Because then I could still like see and have alerts and stuff at least. I don't know. Much to learn still on the Twitch journey. Much to learn. Ouch. Your sister's boyfriend grew up in Colorado. They both just went back up there to ski. Nice. Well, I hope they have fun. Can I ask where they went? I would guess like Breckenridge or Vail or something like that. And if you don't want to share, that's okay too. I'm not a big skier. I'm really not into skiing. I tried to be into skiing. I tried like 6 times to be into skiing. It's really expensive to be into skiing, number one. But it's also just like, I don't know, I really like hiking. And I feel like with skiing and snowboarding, it's not really a matter of if you get an injury, it's a matter of when you get an injury. And I don't know, I don't want to lose my ability to like have knees, I suppose. And so I don't ski. I always tell people when I have friends that want to go ski, I'm like, yeah, I'll come like hang out in the cabin and like make you all hot chocolate for when you get off the slopes. Like I'll sit at home and like build snowmen and draw and read. Like that part of skiing sounds great. I would love to have a cozy mountain vacation. But just like going to spend all day like sliding down a mountain on some wood, I don't know. I'd rather walk down a mountain for the rest of my life. Hey Kiwi, how's it going with you? It's going well here. I'm drawing a candle. You know what's funny though? The candle is melting down the wax as I'm drawing it. So like this line that I've spent all this time like perfecting right here, it's like changing. Like it's actually below now. So shoot, I guess I'll have to change that. The trouble with drawing an actively moving target. Yeah, now it's like down here. Alright, I'm just gonna keep it where it was. We're just gonna draw it as it was. Yeah, because I don't have time. Both your sisters have gotten hurt a few times? Yeah. One of the first times that I went, I like fell and like tweaked my knee. It didn't hurt, like damage anything long term, thankfully. Like it was fine a few hours later, but it was just close enough to like feeling like it could have been a major injury that I was like, you know, I'm good. Like, I think I'm good. It's expensive, it's dangerous, and I don't know. If I'm gonna go get a workout on a mountain, I would just rather climb on the mountain. That's just my personal preference, though. To those who like winter sports, I understand the adrenaline, I understand the appeal. Going fast equals fun, I totally get it. I also like roller coasters, but, I don't know. I'll ride a bike or a rollerblade or something if I need to like manually make myself go fast. On a new layer, redraw the front line color and repeat with the changing wax shapes. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that might be kind of fun, actually. You were looking up crochet for art gym crochet reference and started wondering if you've been crocheting wrong this whole time. Wait, what do you mean? After further observation and other videos, people just hold the yarn however the heck. Oh, I see. I see. I think I learned how to crochet. I always forget which one is crochet and which one is knitting. I'm not gonna lie. But I have a little like crochet project I need to finish. I think it's crochet. Maybe I'll have to. You should do a crochet stream, Rue. Then I can ask you questions. I have no selfish interest in this whatsoever, obviously. There's a few people who crochet here on Twitch. Maybe I can go bug them so that you don't have to feel pressured. Crochet uses the hooked needle. Yeah, I think it's crochet because I think it has a hook. Yes, no, you're right, because knitting is just like the 2 needles. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I learned how to crochet. I have like a partially crocheted hot pad or something. I don't know what it is. I was just gonna make like a long strip and like that would be it because I was just practicing, but haven't finished it and I would like to. One day, perhaps, one day. I'm curious if anybody's had time to think about their New Year's goals, if you feel like sharing. I'm really curious what kind of goals everybody has for 2025. Been thinking about mine a lot. I haven't really sat down and actually made a plan, but it's something I'm hoping to get to this week, if not next week by the latest. I have like a loose outline on a Word document on my laptop from when I was at my parents' house, but it's nothing like super concrete, you know? I like to make a concrete plan. Not you forgetting the word needle. Hey, I knew what you meant. Rue. You're good. You're good. So many things to think about in a new year. Here's your what? Your volcano? Or your New Year's goals? Here's your what, Maze? Your knitting needles? So many conversations happening. Your New Year's goals. Okay, nice. Wow, you have like a link to them. That's pretty pro. What's it feel like to be pro, Amaze? What's it like to be organized? To have time to organize. Oh, it's just a funny image. Oh, see? See, I took you at a very direct answer to the question. My bad. My bad. What was I thinking? Of course it's a meme. Alright, I don't know if these cracks are really that convincing, but... You're trying to stop being a people pleaser this year. Oh, that's a really good one. Advocate for myself and not give excuses for disrespect. Especially in the workplace. Ooh, is that an issue? Sounds good. That sounds like a good, healthy goal. Good luck to you. Okay, good. Yeah, I was like, I may not be able to see it in chat, but I'll check it out. Check it out in the Discord later. Ugh. My keyboard is like bouncing around. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it to be more stable. Okay. I love this warm color. I don't know how to capture it. It keeps flickering. And I'm noticing how when it hits this this brown part, like past the label, it becomes more orangish. It's really pretty. Wow, my bot is being too chatty. Why is that ad one going off right now? It's only supposed to go off once an hour. What the heck? It's broken. Hey Frozen Yak, how's it going? Good to see ya. Yeah, we're trying to stay warm and healthy, you know? Drawing some warm and healthy images. I don't know about healthy, actually. I ate cheese and Nutella for breakfast, so I wouldn't say healthy, actually. I'm off to a terrible start today. That's part of one of the errands I need to go. I need to go do a grocery store run, because I don't have anything in my fridge. There's like nothing that's easy to grab and eat. And I pretty much live on things that are easy to grab and eat, so... Yeah. Lots of dismissal and condescension. Oh, I'm sorry. That doesn't sound great. Yeah, you can do it. I believe in you. So this could be one of those instances where it's helpful to get like a warm layer. I'm gonna try and do it without using like an overlay layer, but I can always warm things up by doing like an overlay. But I'm gonna try and find the color without doing that first. Worst comes to worst, I can always go back and do that, I suppose. Have you tried kicking them? Oh gosh. Maybe as a last ditch. I don't know if I would, I don't know if I'd recommend that tactic. I mean, I guess it depends on how badly you want to keep your job. If you don't really care about keeping your job, then yes, kick away. Kick away. However, maybe that could be a last resort. If stream is going to be shortish, then I may as well hang out and then go down to my errands. Yeah, whatever you want to do. I've talked about this a little bit before. I may be actually starting the streams earlier. We'll see if I can manage to like regularly, oh that was hard to say, regularly get up early this year. So I could potentially start at 9 instead of 10. I think that might help me a lot with my own schedule and stuff. And if I can, then I can still do the 2-hour warm-up streams. But I think originally it was supposed to be an hour to an hour and a half was kind of the goal of these warm-up streams, and they've been going on like 2 hours. So I started at 10-ish. I'm gonna try and end around 11:30-ish. So it's just 30 minutes shorter than what I've been in. But we'll see. You guys know how it goes. Like, so yeah, I've attempted shortish before and ended up no, I don't think I've ever done a warm-up stream for 4 hours. Have I? Have I done a 4-hour warm-up stream? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, everybody. I don't remember doing that. But yeah, just, you know, whatever time anybody wants to spend. Like I said, even if it's just 15 minutes of drawing. You know, any amount of drawing is better than no amount of drawing. But I don't know. It's also the start of the year, you know. I know we all kind of take things at a little different pace this time of the year. Also, can you guys hear the music okay? Let me move this slightly so I can see better. Oh yeah, that should be loud enough, right? Might be too loud. Turn it down slightly. Anymore, I see no days. On the topic of bad workplace behavior, uh-oh, we got some workplace tea. Pull up a chair, folks. You had a customer come in whose supervisor / manager was really bad about taking other people's lunches? Oh gosh. So he bought the hottest sauce to sneak into a dummy lunch and put it in his work fridge. Sure enough, the boss helped herself to it and was down for the count. Yeah, I mean, you cannot be eating other people's lunch. That's just straight up stealing. Like, don't do that. I have no sympathy for that person. Yeah, no. That's, I can't believe, like, adult people do that. You know, I can see a kid, like, sneaking in and, like, stealing a little bit of somebody else's lunch, but, like, an adult human? Why would you... What part, what level, how do you justify that in your brain to actually take the steps to open somebody else's bag of lunch and take stuff? Like, what? I don't understand. Especially if you're the boss. Like, come on, are you not making enough money? You're stealing from your employees? Horrible. Yeah, no sympathy. Hey, Isel, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Adults justify it because they were never beat up for it as children. I mean, I don't know if I'd go so far as to say you have to be beat up for it, but I mean, like, you can, I was not beaten as a child and I don't steal lunches. Like, I think it all has to do with, like, the examples and consequences for sure. Like, you can still discipline your kids without beating them. But, I mean, some people might need a beating, I don't know, but most of that just sounds like bad behavior that was never, like, had no consequences, you know? I don't know. Oh, beat up by other children for stealing lunch, maybe. Also, was never beaten up by other kids for stealing lunch, and I don't steal lunches. I don't know. But yeah, definitely there need to be consequences. I agree there for sure. Like, that's just somebody who's never faced a consequence. Been sneaky, gotten away with it. That's just bad childish behavior. Ugh, hate that. Oh, there's a bubble in my candle. It suddenly appeared. Do I draw the bubble? To bubble or not to bubble? Naively used to think that, like, once you grow up, you kind of just become mature. Oh my gosh, I wish, yeah. But the older I get, the more I realize how many people remain very much like selfish little kids. They do, yeah, it's crazy. We don't hold ourselves to a high standard at all. It's very subjective, you know? I feel like I wish we had more of, like, I just wish, you know, if I wish for anything in the new year, I wish for self-awareness for other people and for myself. I mean, I'm sure there's places I could grow. But gosh, just take even, like, a small amount of time to do a little self-analysis. Just hold yourself to maybe a slightly higher standard each day. Let's all do our part, you know? I really do. It's probably very cheesy, but I just feel like if everybody did that, we would just be in so much better of a situation in the world. Would love a little more. Yeah. Yeah, just like a little. You know, just a little. I'm not asking for like everyone to become Socrates or anything. Just like a little bit. Just a little bit of self-accountability. It's such a society problem, at least in the West. I'm sure it's everywhere. I'm sure it's not just the US. Just a human condition thing, but man, how do we fight our own selfish natures, you know? I think the hard part is like feeling like you're the only one doing it. I think that's where people start to get lax. You know, it is tough, but man, I just don't know how you sleep at night stealing other people's lunches. Not to bring it back, but like, what? What in the world? What the world? I would be like I would be so racked with guilt if I did that. I can't even imagine. Hey Charzia, welcome on in. Selfishness used to help us survive as monkeys. Now it's the only thing that could help us get rid of it. Well, I don't know if you can, because it's such a psychology thing. I think it has to do more with like conversations like this, right? And I think you have to have those conversations with kids, you know, at a younger age. And I think a lot of families don't have those conversations. Of course, I'm probably a little biased. I used to be an elementary school teacher, and there are some parents that just have no expectations of their kids, like, at all. They just think, oh, they're kids, let them do what they want. What harm could it do? And it's like, no, you're growing an adult human right now. You need to tend the soil. But anyway, I'm not gonna go on that tirade. Tend the soil, people. I think it's theorized that altruism is more responsible. Oh, really? Yeah, that makes sense. I think, yeah, I mean, we definitely have the ability to process mentally. Like, just ethics in general separates us so much from just biological changes over time, you know? Like, there's something... Yeah, I could see that, Sloppy, like the greater good being the kind of, like, driving force behind learning, like, ethics becoming a thing. But it's an interesting topic. I'm not sure how you would even track that, you know? We don't have a parallel as far as we know for that to like look at outside of humans. But growth and change aside, I don't know. I believe in personal accountability in the moment. I don't see any reason why people can't do it right now other than just laziness. The society as we know it. It is, for sure, Charzia. If you look at like, oh my gosh, historic, like, I know, like, oh man, we're gonna get really deep in the weeds here today, aren't we? Ramble alert, guys, here we go. I was listening to, actually, Shane McInnes was talking about this on his stream the other day. I don't know if you guys watch or listen to Shane, but he was talking about, like, societal organization over human history and how it's changed. A lot of anthropology stuff. Yes, ramble alert, thank you. Where's my chicken? Oh, there it is. Yes, we are going on a ramble, a candle ramble, if you will. But yeah, he was talking about how humans have organized themselves over time, and there was a lot of really interesting things that he was talking about. I was kind of listening as I was baking. In fact, let me get him a shout out really fast. I really do. If you guys like these kinds of topics and you like listening to people talk about them while you work or while you do stuff, Shane's channel is one of those channels that I listen to here on Twitch as like almost like an interactive podcast, you know? Fascinating topics usually, really interesting insights. He's a professor and he's taught all kinds of topics for a long time. But anyway, let me draw this candle thing really fast. Yeah, just like looking at like how, like even just like a few thousand years ago, how human societies functioned versus now, like Charzia said, totally built differently. Like just the idea of kindness and, you know, looking out for each other in a different way other than just survival. It's wild. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, if you like topics like these, McKinnon, I think this, oh, hopefully I'm shouting out the right person. Yes, Shane McInnes, go give him a follow. He does all kinds of deep dives into these kinds of topics on stream while he builds Legos. Very fun. Very fun to hang out there. Big fan. Yeah, there's got to be a balance, right, Charlie's Dragon? I feel like there's certain things that work really well in small groups for humans, but it's like the bigger you expand out the group, the more those systems break down, and it's like weird. How do we like, we have a global society. We can't take that back. Like, it's interesting. It's interesting to think about. Yeah, if you like getting into the weeds on this stuff, highly recommend going into Shane's channel for sure. It's good conversations in there. And very wide and respectful differences of viewpoints too. Like, I feel like Shane is really good about acknowledging and validating different viewpoints while like kind of gently explaining at least his viewpoint. But there's a lot of people that hang out in that chat that come from a variety of backgrounds and have all different kinds of things to say about the topics, and I don't know. It's like getting into a free history lesson, like history lecture, you know? Like if you're somebody who's ever wanted to kind of take a college class but don't have the money on history and learn kind of deep dive stuff like this, I highly recommend. I'm actually really interested. If anybody knows other Twitch channels that go into stuff like that, I don't know if it's probably the teacher in me, but I'm really in love with the idea of the Twitch platform as an educational platform. And I'm always interested to meet and find more streamers who do stuff like that. So if anybody ever comes across somebody like that, please let me know, or post it in the Discord. If anybody's not in the Discord and you want to be, we have a stream share channel, and you can always post streams in there, even if they're not yours. Like if you come across a cool streamer that you think other people would be interested in, feel free to share it. I'm definitely still trying to get to know people here on Twitch, and I would love to meet more folks, and I can't be everywhere. So if anybody stumbles across something cool, let me know. There is something on Twitch, if you guys don't know, there's a group called the Knowledge Fellowship, and I think Shane is part of the Knowledge Fellowship. It's like a collection of educational streamers, but I'm sure there's people streaming outside of that that I just don't know about. Alright, in the interest of time, I think I am going to use an overlay layer here, just because I want to draw something else today. So I'm going to just grab an overlay layer. And color overlay, there you are. And I also need to figure out, because I feel like overlay layers work a little bit differently in this program than they do in other programs I'm used to. Love is all we need, just to go. Breaks the fall. Both having community where you live with neighbors, helping each other, and yeah, no, I think so too. I like to think so too, Charlie's Dragon, for sure. I hope we can get there. I think we're just in like a really rapid growth period, in human history too. There's so much that has changed about society in the last 50 years. I mean, heck, even the last 20 years, I believe in us. I like to be an optimist. I think we can get there. I think we just have to start listening to each other a little bit better, but we'll see. Hey, Pyro! How's it going? Thanks for popping in. Hope your errands are going well. If anyone's wondering why it's like a different color on that side, there's a label that I'm seeing the back of on this candle, so that's why it's a slightly different color and like kind of light back there. All right, there we go. Observational drawing. Let's do one more little shinies. Let's do the shinies and call this one done. Just gonna crisp up the edges slightly. It's amazing how you can take like a very heavily painted looking thing and just kind of sharpen a few edges, and then suddenly it'll kind of pull itself together. It's really bizarre. Oh, and we do have ads coming up in about 5 minutes, just FYI. So that's the 1 hour mark on the stream. Why isn't this doing the thing I want it to do? What's happening right now? What is going on? Oh, I'm on, that's why, okay. It's like I'm on an overlay layer, aha. But yeah, so if anybody wants to take a stretch break, we'll be doing that in just a little bit. That's what we do during the ad breaks around here, so don't panic, you're not missing anything. I won't draw. I'll try to keep conversation to a minimum, because I know people like to be privy to that stuff, so don't worry. You shall miss nothing. Just going to try and sharpen up these edges a smidge before the ads start. What did I have for breakfast? Nothing healthy. I need to go to the grocery store. Don't be mad at me, Envoy. I already told everybody though, I had cheese and a spoonful of Nutella because my fridge is empty and I didn't have time to make anything. I have eggs, a block of cream cheese, half a stick of butter, and some wilted lettuce in my fridge right now. And some probably expired grape juice. Like 2 ounces of expired grape juice. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and a few blocks of cheese. So I ate a block of cheese, a little tiny block of cheese. I figured that was the best option. But no, that's actually why I'm trying to stick to my 1 hour / 1 hour and a half time on my stream today for warm-ups, just because I do need to go run some errands between now and my next stream. So I'm gonna try really hard to stick to that. We'll see. And then yes, I will be getting some more food. To-go plate of cheese. I'm actually gonna go pick that up from work after the shifts are over today. We'll see if there's anything left. I did bring a bunch of cheese to work, and that's the block in the fridge was left over from that, so. You've been getting other streamers to paint with their left hand. Well, that's special. I will not be doing that. At least not right now. I know, I'm the worst, Envoy. I'm the worst. I always tell people, no one ever believes me. Maybe you'll be the first one. I know Blue Skittle has a redeem like that. Maybe one day I'll implement something like that for fun, but I need to focus right now. Hey Nerduino, how's it going? It's good to see you. Speaking of knowledgeable people on Twitch, we were just talking about some history stuff you can get on Twitch. Go follow Nerduino, guys, and learn about space. We have all kinds of things here on Twitch. Spaceman, that's right. How you doing, Nerduino? Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year, by the way. Hey PJ, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go find, we have 50 seconds till the ad break, so I'm gonna go find another. So I've done one drawing from actual observations, so for those who didn't hear at the beginning, I do have an actual candle that I'm drawing from, so you guys can see it. There you go, there's the candle I just drew. Except, you know, like an angle, kind of like that. Anyway. Put it back where it was, in case I decide to draw more. Yeah. I'm gonna go find another thing to draw though. And during the ad break, by the way, if you want to support the channel, just you can lower the volume on the screen or mute the tab, but if you want to support me, just let the ads roll. Use it as a stretch break, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, refill your water bottle. I'm gonna stretch and drink some water, and then when we get back from ads, I'll start drawing again. So you won't miss anything, don't worry. Hey Jillian, how's it going? Thanks for popping in, how are you? Of course, Nerd, yeah. You're good? Yeah, setting back to the grind kind of slowly, Nerduino. Yeah, I've got stuff I need to do still. I haven't made my January calendar yet, so that's why today's theme is sort of loosey-goosey. Just draw something warm. But you know, it's going good, I think. Let's do a little ad break, a little stretch, and I'll see you guys back from the ads in like a minute and a half or something. I don't know how long it is. 180 seconds, that's 3 minutes. So you have plenty of time to run to the bathroom or something, guys, if you need to. Doing well? Good, Jelene. I'm not too bad. You know, it's a new year, trying to start fresh, think about all the things I want to accomplish, and we'll see if I can get organized enough to accomplish them this year. Who knows? You just printed 1 million invoices. Oh my gosh. Wait, what? Oh no, Uncoy, I'm so sorry. And your toner was almost out, so only half of each page got printed. Ugh. I'm sorry, Uncoy, that's frustrating. Nothing like having to redo a bunch of work. All right, let's stretch, everybody. This is your... Oh, thanks, Jillene. I'm rooting for you too. This is everyone's friendly reminder, if you can hear me, to unshrimp your back. So kind of arch your back, kind of unshrimp yourself a little bit. It's a common phrase here on Art Twitch, is to unshrimp everybody, so do that. I like to do a posture stretch, so I'm gonna push my shoulder blades together and hold for about 20 seconds or so. And then after about 20 seconds, you can kind of relax, and supposedly the pose you end up in after pushing your shoulders back, you can even rotate your shoulders a little. I like to do some neck stretches too, and kind of loosen up those muscles and push my neck back to kind of keep my head upright. But yeah, when you drop your shoulders, it's supposed to put you in like a more upright position. That's what they say anyway. So I recommend doing that one. I'm also going to do a quick carpal tunnel stretch. So if you want to do that with me, take your hand and point your fingers at the floor. Take your other hand and pull those fingers. I like to just take my hand like this and pull. It's kind of awkward the first few times you do it, but you can also use the wall if that's easier for you, to just push your hand against a wall. Or you can do the prayer pose, but I like doing this. This one is supposed to be the best one. My physical therapist last year told me anyway, this is one of the best ones to do for carpal tunnel, to like kind of keep carpal tunnel at bay and keep those ligaments nice and stretched. So we're gonna hold for about 20 seconds. And then do the other hand. Got a little ad timer here that I'm keeping an eye on, so that hopefully can help you with your seconds timer if you need a quick seconds timer. We got 10 seconds left on this arm. Try to get your thumb in there too if you can. If you can only do your fingers, that's still better than nothing, but to get the thumb in there is helpful too. Do some wrist rotations. Kind of overflex in a few different ways. This is also good not if you're drawing only, but like if you do any kind of repetitive motion, right? If you play games a lot, if you type a lot, if you write, if you're on your phone a lot, it's always a good idea to stop and do these things. Okay, yeah, flail, you can do that too. Okay, 30 seconds. Take a good hydration break. And we'll get back to it here in just a sec. What's wrong with Dance Monkey, Tarzia? Do you not like Dance Monkey? I like it. It's catchy. Is it? I have no idea. You love this song, Tarzia? Do you hate this song? I'm so sorry. I have only heard. I heard it. I just learned about this song like earlier last year, and I really liked it. Is it super overplayed or something where you live? Don't forget your warm tea, guys. It's been played 50 times a day on radios every day for 5 years. Really? I guess I don't listen to the radio. I don't feel like I hear it that often. Maybe that's true in your area. I don't know. Folks in the US, is that true? Do you guys hear this all the time on the radio? I've only heard it a few times. I mean, I can skip it if you'd like. You don't hear it on the radio ever? Yeah, I wonder if that's like a regional thing. I'm sorry, Tarzia. Your country must just really like this song. Poor Tarzia. Charcia, why are so many of your emotes crying cats? Are you okay? I mean, if enough people want me to skip it, I can skip it. You love the sad rec because it is funny, but it's just like there's so many crying cats. Just make sure you're okay, that's all. Oh, there's a happy cat. Look at that. Dogs are happy, cats are sad. Is that what it is? I don't know about that. I guess when I think of sad, I think of dogs more. When I think of cats, I just think of like aloof. Aloof and disinterested in general. Or the exact opposite, extremely curious and playful. Kind of want to slightly murder you, but only a little. Only enough to be fun. Fun murders only. That's what I think of when I think of cats. Let's draw some fire. I'm gonna draw a little bonfire. This feels like a good thing to draw. Ooh. Alright, song's over, Charzia. Hopefully you're not too scarred. Ugh, come on, what is wrong with my stinking... I think my desk is just not big enough. Is part of the issue. This is such a small desk. Okay. No, I'm gonna play for keeps. Alright, I'm gonna try to draw this on this side today. I don't know if I'll be successful. Alright, let's see. I think I'm gonna do some painted shapes this time. And just FYI, for anybody who is wanting to do the show and tell piece, we are probably gonna be looking at your studies in about 15 minutes or so. So this is your 15-minute warning. We already have a few things in the warm-up studies that have been posted since the last stream. So remember, if you don't feel like you have enough time to do this during stream today, still keep working on your stuff. Like, please don't feel like you can only draw while I'm streaming. You can always post at any point in the warm-up studies section of the Discord. As long as it's a study, something drawn from observation or reference, or, you know, if it's like following a tutorial or something, you know, anything that's done with the intention of practice, that's the whole point of this time, right? We're trying to like encourage each other to do the hard work of getting better at art, which is working out at the art gym, as we like to call it, right? Like you're doing the heavy lifting here to build those muscles, to build that muscle memory and that, you know, that visual library that you keep inside. So like, you know, while I was drawing for this candle, I was asking myself lots of questions, and I can remember like these hard, dark edges contrasted with the shining edge of the glass. Like that's something I can take with me the next time I go to draw a glass object from imagination. You know, it's just those little tiny bits of practice that are gonna help me over time become a better illustrator. And that's the whole purpose of this session. So if that's something that resonates with you and you just got here, or it's something that you think you'd like to do, you know, it's a new year, a lot of people are looking for new hobbies to pick up, or maybe you've wanted to get back into drawing, you know, feel free to join us. Like I said, you can always post in the Discord at any point, and then at the end of every warm-up stream, which is Monday through Wednesday, or at least right now, then I'll show your studies on stream. Yeah. Okay. Let me do this one more. And then we will go ahead and dig in about 15 or so minutes, 15 or 20, into what you guys did. Okay. I think I want to draw this fire. This makes me want to go camping. Okay, there we go. Let's draw things now. A little more painty this time. Brush. I still need to like update my brush set on this computer here. One of these days I'll get my act together and I'll actually remember to do any of this stuff. But not today. Not today. Yeah, it's kind of crazy going from drawing from observation like this, like drawing a still life, to drawing from a flat image. It's just wild how differently my brain is having to work. That's one of my goals I think this year, and if anyone has any art goals specifically, or any New Year's goals that you want to share, feel free to share. We can be accountability buddies in other ways, but I want to work in more actual observations this year into the warm-up studies. That's my own personal art goal, so I think I'm going to be trying to pick themes that have more objects I can physically have in front of me, just because I think it'll help me grow faster and get better, you know. And that's what I want. Long term, I want to get into this industry permanently and not just be kind of an awkward freelancer off and on again for my whole life. So the only way to do that is to practice. And I think I also maybe want to do a few more art challenges. The only art challenge I really did, well, I did 2 last year, and that was the most I've ever done. So I think I want to try and do a few more. I just need to figure out which ones I want to do. If anyone has any good ones, feel free to let me know, by the way. I think there's one happening in January, or maybe it's February, but it's Fan-Archuary. Have you guys heard of that one? That might be February. I'm thinking about doing that one, because that seems like a fun way to ease into it, you know? How do you even find art challenges? I've got a running list that I've kept personally for a few years now, like of stuff I've always wanted. In fact, I can show you guys my list. I've kind of... On last year's calendar, every single month I wrote down all the ones I had on each month in the notes. And, you know, that way I could, like, if I felt inspired to join in on some, I could do them. Because I know, like, Disney-cember was one that happened in December that I was kind of, like, halfway interested in, just because the people who made the prompt, you know, they're really cool people, and I'd love a chance to interact with them more on social media. But 2, a lot of the Disney IPs that they chose this year were like IPs I really liked, like Gargoyles was on the list, and Great Mouse Detective, and just like a few things you don't normally see with Disney lists that I really enjoy. Like there weren't a lot of like princesses, it was more like the, I don't know, the stuff that I thought was fun. Hey Reiko, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy New Year to you as well. You love Gargoyle? Yeah, Gargoyles is great. It doesn't get enough love. Such a good show. It's definitely like one of those cult fan favorites, you know? Yeah, I think it might be cool, right, Kiwi? But there's also like Decembered that happened last month too, so like I can share that. Maybe I'll start sharing that list on Discord, just in case people like want to know what art challenges they've seen out there, or that are out there that they could get involved in. Because I really do think, like, especially on Blue Sky, that was like a really good way to grow last year, so I think I want to do more, at least on Blue Sky. And some of them might be bigger on different platforms, you know, like the people who run them may be more active on one platform rather than another, so I need to figure that out too, probably. But do tell, Amaze. The new Awesome Garment is great. Is that what you need to tell me? Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that, but I hope you had a fun watch party on Discord. was too busy doing laundry and running around trying to get chores done yesterday. Or Saturday? Was that Saturday? I think it was Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, Gargoyles is fantastic. I came to Gargoyles late in life. I think I discovered them like after they were already off. Not discovered, like I watched it as a kid, but I totally forgot about it. And then I had a friend in high school that got me back into it. Ryu, actually. She streams here on Discord. And then I discovered that there was like a thriving fan community for Gargoyles online, and I got not super involved in it, but very like to the point where I was in a web design class in high school, and I made a Gargoyles fan site as my final project. And so I mean, you know, like I was into it for sure. So I was very tempted to do Disney Simber just because of the Gargoyles fan nostalgia. You actually went home to watch Gargoyles. Oh, that's awesome. Chores always get in the way, I know, right, Reiko? You're always geeking out at all the Gargoyles Star Trek crossover. Yeah, there were so many Star Trek people in Gargoyles. I feel like Star Trek is one of those like fan IPs that I like everybody watches and knows, and I just never watched it. I'm so sorry. I've already turned in my nerd card multiple times to Amaze, so it's like whatever, fine. I guess I don't get to call myself a nerd, but yeah, I didn't know that until after the fact. But I do think it's a fun fact. I've seen like a few episodes of Star Trek. I don't remember which one. If you want, I can call you a nerd. Okay, thanks. I'm a nerd about other things. Do I still have the URL? It was never a live site. It was just something we had to design in Dreamweaver. I don't even know if people still use Dreamweaver. Is that still a thing? But yeah, it wasn't live. Boy, thank goodness. Although I did draw a little banner for it, and I thought about sending a bunch of that into like some Gargoyles fan sites, but I did not. Alright, I hate this fire already. So many little tendrils. Isn't that a He-Man villain? I mean, possibly. You wanted to do Bird December, but it turns out December is a really difficult time. Yeah. No, I actually wanted to do Giftmas is one of the ones I wanted to do for December, but I think if I ever do that, I'm gonna have to start in November. But the problem is November is usually my month to get my Christmas cards all set up and sorted and organized, and I don't know, now that I have a printer, we'll see. This year, keep saying next year, it is next year. This year might be a little bit easier to get all that sorted. So we'll see. We'll see. But, I mean, if you guys are interested, I could share my list of prompts somewhere on Discord. I don't know where. Maybe in Talk Shop or something. A weekly art challenge for December. Yeah, like 4 prompts for the month or something. That's why I like Giftmas, because it's not really a challenge so much as like 12 days of Christmas, sort of a like just make 12 gift arts or something for people. I really wanted to do that this year. There's lots of people I wanted to make gifts for, but I just ran out of time. You know, I was traveling for half the month. I had so little time to prepare for everything. I feel like December every year is always just a blur. Like December is almost like a month. I don't even know if it counts. It's just like we just kind of exist, and then suddenly it's January. At least that's how I feel about December. I don't know about you guys. But every year December is just like, and it's gone. Here it is, and there it goes. So I'm gonna live this year like I only have 11 months to accomplish all the things I want to accomplish. Alright, fire effects. I need to get better at these. to your knees, like a thief. You have a speed run of the studies. Oh, you have speed run the studies. Oh, nice, Vessel. Nice. Good for you. Well, welcome back to chat. How did your studies go? Do we get to see them? I'm excited. We'll be looking at those in just a little bit. I'm trying to finish the flames on this little fire paint. At least get them somewhat looking like fire and not just like weird scribbles. But we'll see if I can get there. I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying. One of my goals this year also is to just not be as self-conscious as it's really hard. Like that's always my goal every year, but like I just need to really embrace that I'm gonna make bad art and it's gonna happen on stream. And I'm just gonna ask for forgiveness to do so here. You did post that one thing in art with the time lapse. It's starting to study. Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out. I might have seen it. I know there's been a lot of stuff posted in ArtShare. Bad is subjective. It's true. It's different for every person, you know? But I think that's why I like saying it this way, because I feel like this is how it always feels, right? When you're struggling to learn something new with art, like it just feels like you're doing a bad job. Even if by somebody else's standard you're doing a good job, you know? It's I think it's important to acknowledge that feeling, and it's okay to have that, to like feel like that, you know? Like I think it's helpful, at least for me, to realize that everybody feels that way when they're doing most of the time when they're doing a study, especially if it's like something they don't draw a lot. So I don't know. It helps me. I don't know if it helps other people, but it makes me feel better to know that I'm not the only one struggling. So thank you guys for letting me struggle with you and in front of you. And for not just being like, well, this girl can't draw, I'm leaving. Because it sounds weird, but that's like, I don't know, that's kind of when you're streaming art, that does feel like what it's gonna be like, you know? Like drawing some crappy logs with crappy flames. It's like somebody's gonna walk in here and be like, oh, this girl sucks, I'm leaving. Like, what a terrible artist. Why did I ever follow them? You know, it's intimidating. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. Yeah, exactly, Sloppy. I'm glad that that's how it sounds. Exactly. Sloppy says, the statement, get the bad art out, never felt self-deprecating. Yeah, it's kind of just an acknowledgement that they can't all be the best pieces. Yeah, and I don't know, I feel like especially in the age of social media, it's like all you ever see is everybody's best of for everything. But like this kind of struggle is what it takes to get to a place of making work that you actually like and that you want to share on a public platform. So thank you guys for hanging out and making sure I do it, because I don't know if you guys feel this way, but for me, without accountability, it feels defeating to just feel like you're sitting here by yourself struggling to draw, right? And just like you feel like you can't do it. But by having people hanging out with me who are also telling me, oh, I'm really struggling with this shape, or I'm really like, you know, I don't know, like this is, like I hate drawing cars, but I need to get better, so I'm here drawing cars. I don't know, just having that solidarity, I guess, of like other people also struggle. Cool. I don't know, it just helps me a lot, so I appreciate you guys. And even if you're not drawing with me, even if you're just hanging out, I'm just in my brain, there's people hanging out struggling, and I appreciate it. So anyway, yeah, hopefully it keeps the pressure off. That's the goal. That's the goal. Yeah, hi Bach, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. Like right now, I'm struggling. Some of the struggle is me not having the proficiency, but also just finding the right brush too. Like some of this I think I could do more quickly on like a sketchbook, because I can make the pencil do, like I've used the pencil enough to like know how to get these lines. But using like a digital brush, and heck, even with my Huion, like the pressure of my Huion works differently than the pressure of my Cintiq back in the studio. So there's different ways to struggle, and finding a good brush in a new art program, like I still consider Krita, I consider myself relatively new to Krita still. And it's tough, you know, it takes a minute to find a brush that you actually like. Brushes are a pain, yeah. Yeah, they can be. Right, like, also color is a pain, what the heck? There we go. See, I don't like that brush. We're gonna find a different one. Do I like that brush? No. Do I like this brush? No. Do I like this one? Maybe. This one actually might be good. If you find anything that isn't the round brush, I'll lose hours of my life. You know, that'll come and go. That'll come and go, Bach. It does take a while, but that's part of what I want to use these studies for, is to familiarize myself with Krita, right? To figure out what brushes I do. Like I really enjoyed this brush because it's got that nice little side piece that comes off depending on which way you bend the brush, which I really like. It helps with effects like this, but it just takes time to like slowly discover and slowly use the brushes that you like. What I used to do, and actually, I don't know if this would be a fun challenge for anybody, speaking of art challenges, but something I used to do to learn a new brush is I would take one brush and I would spend like 2 hours just painting only with that brush. And that's actually how I came across the drift brush, and then came across, because I was playing with brushes and I was using that one and I was like, oh, I kind of like this, let me play with these shapes. And then I found that I really enjoyed using that really brushy sort of painterly look. And that's pretty much how the style of drift was born. And that's part of downside of that, is that brush only works correctly in Photoshop because of some rotational parameters built into the brush. And so I kind of am stuck with Photoshop if I want to work on drift for the time being. But it's still a fun effect, and I really like working with it. And you just never know. You just never know what kind of new style you might discover. So. But, you know, baby steps, like Amay said, baby steps, you know. Work on your structural drawing first, and then when you start feeling comfortable enough to start doing some brush experimenting, you know, do it then. But just like learning when to use a round brush, when to use an ink brush, when to use a more painty style brush, it all takes time, you know. And I'm here learning it with you, so if it makes you feel any better, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I don't love this fire, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I did the best job with this. But I'm trying. And that's okay. We're all trying, right? Maybe. Or at least we're thinking about trying. You know, maybe you're not to the point where you're ready to try yet, but you're thinking about it. And that counts for something. Getting that seed planted, you know. No, you rock, Bachaholic. I'm grateful for all of you guys. Thanks to everybody who hangs out here. Vessel says, I just use either a basic soft round pressure opacity brush or a very hot, very ugly, hard to use one with color jitter. Yeah, either way I find it doth not matter what you use. Yeah, I mean the brush is just the tool. What really matters is like getting the proficiency to know how to make the marks you want to make with whatever tool you have. And that's just gonna come with time. I wish there was a fast way to like become more proficient. There just isn't. I love this like glowy yellow. I kind of want to capture that really fast, and then I think I might. There's something about the glow, right, of a fire. It's just this really lovely reddish orangish. Let's see. And again, I feel like just adding a little bit of a hard edge can really help a lot with some of these details, and I always forget that myself. Like I don't know about you guys, but I get to the point in a painting where I'm just like, okay, I hate the way it looks. It just looks like a bunch of smudges. And then I'll go in and I'll add just some crisper lines, just kind of in very select places, and it just somehow usually manages to like pull it together in a way that I don't necessarily know how to predict. But I enjoy the process of getting there. It's usually gratifying once I can make it to that stage. Yeah, Box. Like this, I hated this, but then once I added just like a few crisp lines, like around the edges to kind of highlight things, it was like it pulled it together. There's something about like a variety of line type. I think it just tickles something in our brain that's like, that's complete now. You know, even if it really isn't. Like, for example, I could take probably like a light highlight, and I use it a lot for highlights, but like just adding that little tiny dash there and like a little dash here. I'm just looking for where I see the wood sort of at its brightest, and somehow it just starts to like pull it together, if that makes sense. Again, I'm not even really totally sure why it feels that way. It's just like, oh, this feels like a solid object now because there's an edge. Something to try. Especially if you're working in like a more painty style. I feel like it tends to help me a lot. So like I can do it right here, right? You can just add like a slight edge, and it's like, oh, that suddenly feels like anything. Like, oh, that feels like something now. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe this is just the way my brain likes it, but for me, this tends to help it pull together. It's like when adding eye shine, suddenly there's life. Exactly, that's a great way to put it, Suntra. Also, hi, how are you? Good to see you, Suntra. Happy New Year, if I haven't said Happy New Year yet. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, just like adding these glowing embers, and then I'm looking closely, I'm seeing that there's like a really bright, almost white spot there, so I'm just gonna add like a touch of that, and suddenly it feels more solid to me. And just like, here's a few embers right here, like in the wood, right? And like on the charcoal. It's really fascinating. But it's also like, these are the things you notice over time, right? That you can add to your pieces. And it just and everybody's probably, I mean, maybe for some people this is not how you want to work, and you can still make your pieces look alive, you know, without adding sharp edges. Like you know, that's the fun of art, is discovering the style and, you know, the journey it takes, not to sound too like mystical about it, but like, you know, it's the journey it takes to get there that makes it rewarding in the end. It's not the end product. You know, art is not the end product. I mean, you get an end product, but the part that makes it feel like art is the small decisions that the artist had to make to achieve the effect along the way, and you just can't replicate that. Do you like Spirit Cold, Sloppy? I love Spirit Cold. It's such a good song. I've actually never met anybody else who's heard of this song before. I think I just discovered it while randomly trolling around on YouTube years ago, and I fell in love with it. It's such a pretty song to put on next to a fireplace, or kind of like, it was in an episode of Code Black. Oh, I've never seen that. I actually have no idea. I can't hear it really, so I have no idea what lyric we're on, but I like to harmonize to this song. It's really pretty. You just discovered them today. Oh, here, let me turn it up. It's my bone. I don't wanna wake my spirit cold. Most people die, but others just float. Still out there, chasm grows. On the feet in the morning glow. This my tone. This my blood. This my bone. I have no idea what the words are, actually. I'm just kind of like say what they sound like. Wake my spirit. There's a question ages old. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. Glad to have some other Spirit Cold fans in the chat. Let's see. You're here to study music and mess around with art. Hey, Vessel, we're happy to have you. I'm probably gonna, speaking of, I probably need to put an end to this. It's already 11:45. See, this is why this can go on, right? It's because I get really sucked into it. But it's actually finally starting to feel like the piece I was going for, so it's kind of hard to put it down on a timeline. I struggle with that too. I feel like studies are one of those things, once you get into them, it's really hard to stop because you like start to really find your groove. But for me, that's actually a good sign because that means I have warmed up for the day. Like I've got my, you know, the artistic juices are flowing, I'm observing, all that stuff. So it's probably good. It means it was an effective workout today. So thank you all for keeping me accountable to doing a little art workout this morning. Let me tone that down slightly, just keep it a little more. There we go. Okay, but I am gonna have to put a stop to it for now, and let's go into the Discord and see what you guys got up to. But there's my 2 warm studies today. So the fire's sort of a mess. I'm sure I could poke at it for a while longer and bring it together some more, but you know what? We're here to get the bad drawings out, like we talked about. So that's my bad drawings for the day. Let's go see what you guys got up to. And like I said, if anybody wants to, oops, that's not how you spell Discord. If anybody wants to share their studies, if you did any kind of study today, any kind of warm-up sketch, as long as it was from observation of some kind, or if it was something for the purpose of learning, like if you're doing draw box prompts, or if you're following a tutorial, or anything like that, that's kind of what this time is for. So let me scroll up and see what you guys got. Oh my gosh, there's so much in here. I'm surprised, actually. For a shorter session, you guys got a lot in there. And then we have some stuff from previous days as well. So the way that it works for anybody who has not been here before is I'm going to go up to my last study that I shared. In fact, hold on, let me save. Let me save really fast because I don't think I've saved in a while. And I will pull my Discord over here and we will just kind of look at what you guys got up to today. I don't know how to make this part go away, so sorry everybody. But let me see. What can you guys see? Okay, perfect. So if you join the Discord and you want to find this, just go under stream events, warm-up studies right here. And then you can chat about stuff on stream if we have events and stuff here. So it's right under stream event chats. But what I do is I go back to the last study that I did. So this was, we did some bird studies last week. And then I'll scroll to anything under that is what we will show on stream. So that's kind of how it's like my line, so I know where I stopped, basically. But this one, it comes from Bakaholic. He tried to study and learn while keeping in mind more loose sketches, played with value and color. Absolutely the right channel to post in. Yep, this is exactly the kind of thing that goes, this is a study, you know, the purpose is to learn. This is perfect. And Bach, these are great, by the way. Like, I know you talk about struggling with art a lot, but these are fantastic. Like, I feel like, did you used to draw? Surely you're not a first-time artist, are you? Like this, there's too much proficiency here. I feel like you are somebody who's surely drawn before. Because this already displays a really good understanding of value and depth. You've been on again, off again. Okay, that makes sense because I'm like, you and Sloppy, I was like, holy cow, these people had to have drawn before. These are really, really, really great. No, fantastic anatomy, really good value studies. Honestly, doing a value study like you've done here and then applying color, if anybody out there struggles with value, this is actually a really good practice. If you want to get better at value, try to challenge yourself to work in just black and white and see if you can really get a handle on the value. And then something fun you can do, I don't know if you know this, Bach, you may have done it this way, but if anyone didn't know, you can also go and add a second layer on top of your grays on your black and white study. Once you've got your super darks and your super lights and all your midtones, you can add either, depending on the program you're in, a color layer or a hue layer, H-U-E layer. And then you can actually paint in color on top of it and it will just kind of like apply itself to the value. So give that a try if you're looking for some new techniques. That would be a really good way to do this. But I like that, honestly, repetitive drawing is really helpful too. It's like the fact that I presume you drew it twice. It looks like you drew it twice because this has like different textures to the brushwork. But still, you're going to learn by actually manually applying the color like this, you're going to learn things too. So there's not really a better way to do anything. It's just like a tool in the toolbox to think about if you just want to focus on value. But I think this looks great, Bach. I think you did a fantastic job. Well done. Well done. Thank you for starting us off strong with some really lovely studies here today. Oh, and then you have a few more. Excellent, excellent. That's right. Just a few more dog studies. I need to start saying, yeah, set timers. Timers help. They help me anyway to like make decisions and not waffle a whole lot about what I'm drawing. These are great little, they look like little gesture studies. Great focus on shape. Great job thinking about the anatomy. This is a fantastic picture. Only a greyhound, right? Or like a little whippet or something like that could do this. Or like a very young, flexible puppy. Because like, I'm trying to figure out where this dog's head is coming in. I almost want to see this reference picture, but these look great. Really good anatomy. Like totally believable, even though I haven't seen the reference. I love it. Really nice job with these, the structures in the legs too. By the way, you got the muscles in there, the knee, you know, all these, just all the little tendons and things. You're doing a great job. Really great job with these. Fantastic studies. Looking forward to seeing more. Thanks for sharing. I love them. Sloppy needs to get better about verbalizing the praise that I think in my head about. You know, it's hard sometimes. I get it. You know, for myself, especially like on another Discord server, honestly, if you don't have time to write something, even just like when people react to my pictures, that's why I do so many reactions. I hope that's okay, guys. Like, I wish I had time to respond individually to everybody who posts stuff in ArtShare. I don't, but that's part of why we do this and why I do the monthly art showcase, is it gives me an opportunity to respond. But you know, I've always appreciated when people react to my image, and I think most people who've been on online art communities for a while, I mean, just like having somebody, like just saying, hey, I stopped by and I loved this. I don't know about you guys, but for me, that means a lot too. So if you ever feel like you don't know how to express the appreciation, just throw some emotes at them, you know? A ray of sun coming in. You're pretty fair. Yeah, I think when you first get, so a lot of times you'll see people get their feelings hurt when they're early in their art community days, where it's like, nobody commented, I just got likes. But then the longer you're online, the more you realize, you know, everybody's like, just the fact that somebody stopped and like looked is really nice. And don't get me wrong, it's really nice when somebody leaves a comment, like actually takes the time to write down a comment. Like that's never gonna be unappreciated. But you know, it's sometimes, especially if it's really busy, it's hard to keep up. Like I used to try to reply to every single art piece in ArtShare, and you guys are awesome and you're posting all the time, and I can't be on Discord all day, you know? But I try to go in there and at least like stuff. And I think most people understand that. So jumping and stretching and falling creatures from a ray of sun. These are fantastic, Ray. Ugh, I love your line work. I love how you draw in the direction of the fur. This is such a fun style. Ugh, I love it. Really nice gestures here too. Really good proportions. Like, look at these hands. Can you guys see those hands? Really, really nice. More cats, right? Let's see. Yeah, I know, right? The cats put your dogs to shame. No. Everybody has their own strengths and things. Ray's been drawn for a while. You're getting there, Buckaholic. I hope nobody ever feels like, oh, I really like this person's piece, so I'm not gonna post mine just because I'm a newer artist or haven't drawn in a while. I hope that's not how anybody feels. I love that we have such a variety of people who participate. I love that we have people who are getting back into art, people who've drawn for a long, long time, and people who are just starting for the first time. It makes it really fun because you can see where people are at every stage of their journey. And I think it's encouraging for the new people, and it's encouraging for those of us who've drawn for a long time, just to see people getting excited about learning to draw. I don't know about you guys, but that gets me motivated to draw when I see people who are just starting their art journey. So I hope nobody ever feels like, oh, I've only just started drawing, I'm not ready to share. I mean, I understand that feeling, but I hope you're not like intimidated to share ever, because nobody's judging. We all had to start somewhere, you know? These are fantastic though, Ray of Sun. Great gestures for all these human poses here. Really fantastic anatomy, your muscle. I mean, look at the muscle structures here. These are so good. Whoops, hold on, I'm trying to like zoom in and, oh my gosh, come on, computer. Look at this action pose. Man, Ray of Sun, so you can tell just by looking at just the way this stuff is drawn, that Ray of Sun has a really good eye for detail and has spent a lot of time observing closely and like paying close attention to small details and like, you know, the wrinkles in the hand and like the way the anatomy of the hand like moves. You know, it's very apparent in your drawings. These look great. These are great, Ray. I don't know if you're in chat right now, Ray of Sun, but well done. And I'm pretty sure, I know I ask this like every time because I always forget, but just so everybody kind of knows, blanket awareness. If you do stream and you share a warm-up sketch, we're happy to shout you out. Just let us know if you stream, basically. And then we will gladly do so. Trying to be better about sharing. Sharing is hard, Buck. It's hard for me, too. I don't know that ever gets easier. I think you just, at least if you're me, you kind of realize, well, you just sort of have to if you want to make a career out of this. Man, Ray of Sun, look at this pose, guys. Look at the anatomy here. You can see all the like bone structures, like how Ray is really thinking about like where the muscles are, where the plates of the skull. I mean, you can really see it right here in the tendons in the leg, and this like the splayed legs here. They look fantastic, yeah. And again, just the way you draw fur direction. Ray, I feel like you must have a lot of experience drawing animals because something about the way you draw animals makes me feel like you spent a lot of time studying them. I don't know why I feel that way. Maybe I'm wrong. But like even just like the flattening of the paw here, just like that general awareness of like how cat anatomy works. Look at this guy. Look at that. I mean, like that strong chest, like that strong sternum line there. It's just, you're drawing something that's showing you the anatomy and the movement of the animal. It just feels fully formed. I love it. It looks great. Fantastic work, Ray of Sun. Thank you so much for sharing. These look great. Love it, love it, love it. Blink. Blink. All right, moving on. Yeah, I know, right, Rue? The jealousy mostly makes me want to get as good as them. Hey, you know what? We're all driven by different motivations, right? Yeah, amazing, right, Terzia? Yeah. How dare they be better? You know, I don't know if I can relate quite on that level, but I hear what you're saying. For some people, a competitive motivation totally works, you know, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. For me, I look at it more as like, man, I want to be like that. Like, I want to know how to do that. And it gets me inspired. I think that's something I want to point out, too, that I haven't pointed out in a while. This looks great. I mean, we're going to look at this in just a second. But if you're anything like I am, or like I used to be especially, and you feel like weighted down, like when you see really impressive artwork that you really aspire to, for me, it used to feel like a weight on top of me, just like I'm carrying this burden of how I'm never going to be good enough and how I'm not good enough. And so it just felt like a struggle to draw and like a struggle to struggle, like to do the hard work of studies. And I think I'm getting there, but I've slowly been able to take that, instead of like a weight on top of me, I've been able to I'm trying to convert it into a fire under me to be like motivating, like inspiring, you know, like, oh man, like I can't wait to learn how to do that kind of a thing. So I don't know if that's something anybody needed to hear, but there you are. That's something I certainly needed to hear when I first started my illustration journey, when I first left teaching and decided to try this. It was just like, man, I feel like I'm not good enough to do this. Was like a very heavy feeling that I had most days. This one comes from Amazing Fan. Thanks for giving that shout out to Amaze, Rue. Amaze at this lovely volcano. Definitely a warm object right there. Really nice textures here. I love the careful attention to detail with like the greenery crawling up the mountain. And of course your cloud shapes. I love how you like structure your shapes. Super interesting the way that it makes the ash sort of look almost like three-dimensional. Even though it's just like, obviously just like line work, but I love it. You have such good structure always to your drawings, Amaze. And if you guys aren't following Amazing Fan 15, he does, great character work, he does comic work, animation, all kinds of stuff on his streams. We talked him into streaming last year, so he's joined us here on Art Twitch. So be sure to go give him a follow if you aren't already. Fantastic art streamer, and just a lovely place to hang and lurk and, watch some art get made. A lot of light inflection today from Vessel of Void. Oh, are these all your references? Nice. Oh, dang, Vessel, you were like cooking. Look at this. Look at all these sketches. Ooh, I love the green. Was that in the reference, or did you just like add that? Is this an actual candle, Vessel? Did you turn on a candle? Hold on. These look like the same candle. Did you draw a candle next to you too? Are we candle buddies today? You have a very complete 2-hour study in art. Oh, nice. Thank you. Yeah, I can go check that out. If you ever want it to be shared for the warm-up studies, just drop it in here. Just because it's easier for me to find. But yeah, I'll go look at it. These are great. The point was to change the lighting. Oh, I see. Okay. So this was lighting change in your head, is what you're saying. Okay, okay. Well, these look great. Great study. I still am curious. I see. So this is from this candle, and then you changed. I caught up now. I'm there. So you used this as inspiration. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Ooh, look at this reflective study. Yikes. That is so much work. I'm really impressed that you're able to get this done in the amount of time that we were working today. That is fantastic. We have our reference photo here. And then we've got, I like how you excluded the human. Looks fantastic. Wow, great reflections. Nice reflection, like cast reflections here on the floor too. Oh, and then we have more reflection studies. Man, you got a lot of studies in today. Nice job. Thinking about how color bounces and practicing some of that. No, this is great. These are fantastic. Got your light source, got your color refractions. Very cool. No, I love this vessel. This is a great process right here. Really, really nice. Yeah. It's easy to be reflective. Yes, it's true. And how are you doing? I was just very complete and didn't want to put something with that much time. Oh, I see, I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. I follow now. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, if it's something that's not just a warm-up, yeah, that would be the right place to put it then. Rue, well, thank you for sharing also, Vessel. Fantastic stuff. These are really interesting. It was cool to watch your process and hear about how you were trying to challenge yourself to change the lighting. This is almost like a test of your visual library right here. Well done. These look great. This one is from Rue, Yangula Rue, who does animation studies somehow during warm-up streams. I still, to this day, do not understand how you are so fast at this. But we're going to get you a shout-out, Rue, because you deserve it. Guys, you need to be following Yangula Rue. If you want to watch somebody do animation live on Twitch, very friendly, very chill little chat, nice music. Mostly does animation these days, I think. But the other day you were doing something else, weren't you? Every once in a while I've seen Rue do like commissions and drawings and stuff. Yeah, Rue is a wizard. Like I have no idea how you get these done so quickly. Has sold their soul to the animation devil. That's the only way I would believe this is possible. Here we go. Look at this. So Rue, are you looking at your hands? Are you taking photos? Are you looking at reference? I'm so curious about how you're doing these studies. This is lovely. And this is great because I actually need to practice my crocheting. So watching this is teaching me. So thank you, Rue. Rue, these are great. Holy cow. As always, you just knock it out of the park. Wait, that's not the one I meant to click. I was trying to click the strong arm. Strong arm! There we go. Fantastic stuff, Yangula Rue. Thank you so much for sharing. And for being so impressive, for hanging out here, and for modding, and for doing all the things you do. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you for being here. Like I said, guys, if you're not following Yangula Rue and you want to watch a wizard at work, you got to go click that little heart, and I think it may have gone away, so click Rue's name and go give a follow if you aren't already. But that's it for today, folks. I'm going to put mine at the bottom of this, so I'm just going to screenshot these really fast. Nope, we're not opening Notepad. That's not what I'm doing. Screenshotting, and then I have got to get some errands done before the afternoon stream. So come back this afternoon if you want to hang out some more. I'm going to be working on something. I don't know what yet. Probably some new pieces. I might be doing some thumbnailing, and we're actually going to be voting on a name for my new printer that you guys helped me purchase. So for anyone who missed it, last year I did a fundraiser, a sketchathon last fall. And a lot of people donated to help me get a new printer, and we did a stretch goal, a little secret stretch goal, and a very generous donor got us the rest of the way there. So you guys get to name my printer. So if you want to come back, and we're going to do a vote sometime this afternoon. I meant to do this in the New Year's Eve stream, and we got so carried away with all the giveaways and stuff that happened that I just ran out of time / forgot. It was a very long stream that I did not intend to be that long. But yeah, I'm gonna be taking a vote. So we have a few ideas right now that are, drop your ideas in chat or in the stream event chat section. I'll just list a few that we've got so far. We've got Calamari, Ink Floyd, Inky in the Brain, Sir Inks-a-Lot, and Paperscaper. So if you have other ideas for a printer name, I told you guys if we hit the goal that you would get to name my printer. So Check that out. It's in the Discord if you need it. Thanks for those links in chat. I appreciate that. And also the links in chat for my socials and stuff are there as well. So yeah, but anyway, we're gonna go find somebody to raid. I'm not gonna be making no, I'm not crocheting. I am nowhere near proficient enough to do anything remotely close to that on stream. But let's go find somebody to raid into. One of these days, I'm gonna be a pro streamer and actually have a finishing screen with like credits and stuff. I don't know how to do that. If anyone knows how to do that, let me know. Because I don't know how to do that. But we're gonna go find another artist to raid into. Hopefully somebody doing something work safe. Sometimes that can be harder to find on Twitch, but let's give it a little look-see. And like I said, guys, I will be back this afternoon doing some, well, like a variety of things, really. Probably doing some thumbnailing for some new pieces. I need to get some new illustrations done, and we'll be taking a vote on a printer name. Where do we post name suggestions? In the stream event section, like the event chat. So if you go right to the stream event section, it's like it's right above the warm-up studies channel. So if you go into the Discord, you'll see it there. You can post them in chat too, but I might forget. So loading in if you want. Somebody needs to write that in there. I'm probably not gonna remember that, but that is a good one. Okay, let's see. Let's raid into, oh, there's so many folks. Oh, PCAT's doing some studies. Should we go say hi to PCAT? We haven't ever raided into PCAT. I feel like PCAT's one of those giant art streamers that I have no right to raid. We've never gone in there. I feel like most of the time she's pretty work safe. Let's check and see what she's working on right now. Stickers. Oh, she's doing figure drawing. Yeah. Talking about shapes and stuff. I mean, I feel like this is relatively work safe. Sore throat, no speaking. Well, I don't know. That picture might not be totally work safe. Okay, we'll come back when they're not doing figure drawing, but someday we'll raid PCAT, because I don't think we've ever done that. And they're a pretty big art streamer that I've found recently, was introduced to recently, so it'd be fun to go raid. But yeah, one of those drawings they're working on maybe isn't the most work safe. I don't want anyone to get in trouble, so we'll just back pocket PCAT for now. Prince Charles? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Santroa. Listen guys, I love a good printer pun. So if you have some good punny printer names, absolutely please go put those in the stream event chat. So cheesy. So cheesy. Ooh, we could raid. Let's go say hi. Let's go say hi to... Let's go say hi to Jay Stiller. Jay Stiller is just getting started. I don't think we've ever gotten here this early on a Jay Stiller stream. Let's go say hi to Jay. He is doing some fantasy landscape studies. We're gonna go poke our heads in. Stiller, exactly, yeah. Most of you guys know Jay Stiller. But let's go say hi to Jay. Santroa's planning on streaming. Oh, nice. Oh, that's great. Yeah, feel free to post those links in the stream share too, Pirate Kitty. Hey, Kev. Oh, real quick, guys, we have some fun scientific facts about fire from Kev. Fire, number 1, it's kind of spicy, it's true. 2, unwelcome in some circumstances, also true. 3, the best noun to describe my art. I don't know about that. Maybe your art, Kev. Thank you guys for being here, I appreciate you. And like I said, I'll be back on in like 4 hours. So if you want to come back, hang out with me. We're going to be voting on the name for my printer that you guys helped me buy, or really bought for me. And I'll be drawing probably some thumbnails, probably doing some new piece prep. I've got a whole bunch of things I need to make this year. So probably going to get started. We're going to jump right into it. And I'll see you back later. Like I said, I know these were already posted, but if anybody wants to follow and support me on socials, or if you want to do me a favor and follow me on YouTube, I'm trying to upload my VODs there, my stream VODs, and it'd be cool to have a little bit of a boost there. I might be doing some other videos too, not just VODs. So if you haven't followed me on YouTube and you want to, also you don't have to, that's fine too. But that's a thing I'm thinking about launching this year better. But anyway, I'm going to catch you guys over at Jay's stream, and we'll see you later in the Discord and around the interwebs. But until then, guys, bye-bye.